Welcome to I Am Care, I Create. Thank you for joining me. Today we're going to be doing a 2020 yearly overview for Scorpio, the sign of Scorpio. Before we do the yearly Scorpio reading, let's do a meditation / mantra. Angels, thank you. Beloved you are, blessed you are, thank you. When one become two, what will you do? What is what is, and what is everlasting abundance, unity, connection, perfection. 11:11. The mirror. I love God, and God loves you. Angels, please focus our reflection on the Christ consciousness of self-awareness and discernment from the higher self to our thoughts in the mind's eye, to our words with our voice and our throat, from our heart and our desires, our solar plexus on what we dream to create, and our détente or sacral center, what we crave, and let it all be reflected through our root chakra and resonate at the frequency of the Christ consciousness, discernment, self-awareness, and let the light shine upon us for us to see the all that's conscious and what we find unconscious and bring to light. Thank you, angels, beloved you are, blessed you are. Amen. Now, let's do an overview of the Scorpion energy so that we can focus the reading onto the Scorpio, the celestial energy for 2020. If you were born between October 23rd and November 21st, your sun sign is a Scorpio. Scorpio is a water sign. It's a fixed sign of the three. The color scarlet, red, and rust. Day, Tuesday. Ruler Pluto and Mars. Greatest overall compatibility, Taurus and Cancer. Some traits of Scorpio: strength, resourceful, brave, passionate, stubborn. A true friend. Weaknesses: distrusting, jealous, secretive, violent. Scorpios like truth, facts, being right, long-time friends, teasing, a grand passion. Scorpios dislike dishonesty, revealing secrets, passive people. Scorpio born are passionate and assertive people. They are determined and decisive and will research until they find out the truth. Scorpio is a great leader, always aware of the situation and always features prominently in resourcefulness. Scorpio is a water sign and lives to experience and express emotions. Although emotions are very important for Scorpio, they manifest them differently than other water signs. In any case, you can be sure that a Scorpio will keep your secrets, whatever they may be. Pluto is the planet of transformation and regeneration, and also the ruler of the zodiac sign. Scorpios are known by their calm and cool behavior and by their mysterious appearance. People often say that Scorpio born are fierce, probably because they understand very well the rules of the universe. Some Scorpio born can look older than they actually are. They are excellent leaders because they are very dedicated to what they do. Scorpios hate dishonesty, and they can be very jealous and suspicious, so they need to learn how to adapt more easily to different human behaviors. Scorpios are brave, and therefore they have a lot of friends. Scorpio is the most sensual sign of the zodiac. Scorpio are extremely passionate and intimate is very important to them. They want intelligent and honest partners. Once Scorpio falls in love, they are very dedicated and faithful. However, they enter into a relationship very carefully because sometimes they need a lot of time to build trust and respect for a partner. Now that we've sort of focused in the energy onto the Scorpio, angels, we ask to imbue this reading with the energy of the Scorpio for overall 2020, with the past as the beginning of the year, the present as the middle of the year, and the future as the end of the year. We'll touch each card and check that everything is upright. Now, and shuffle and get our randomly picked cards. Oh, some of them are being stubborn already. Oh, here we go. We have strife, effort, work. Oh, here we got another one. Prince of Swords. The Six of Discs, success. Gain. Nine of Discs, manifest. This is the minds. This is and thoughts. This is the heart and emotions, and this is manifesting. Whoa, and that's the card that wants to come out. Well, that card's all sticky. And I feel like the cards get almost light, and then they just pop out. They repel themselves from the pile. Ready for power. Oh, we got a major arcana the beginning of the year, the Zero card that encapsulates the whole entire deck. That is everything. Have you got everything on the mind in the beginning of the year? A great deep thought thinker. And your heart is all over the map, and what controls what. And this unfortunately manifests, this combination of thought and emotion is manifesting a great struggle, a lot of intense. All right, that is our layout. Let's check if you can see all the cards. Ooh, I forgot to do something. Never too late. I like to have these two candles burning side by side for my reading, like a mirroring each other. And there we go. On the sea, you can see all the cards, and we'll go over them. So, in the mind, we have the Fool Arcana. In the past, the present, we have the the Five of Wands, Strife. In the future, we have the Queen of Wands. In the Heart row, we have the Prince of Swords. In the center of the reading, we have the Arcana Adjustment, and we also have Over Debauched, the Seven of Cups, and we have the Success, or the Six of Cups. In the future, we have a very strong card, Ruin. In the manifest of the past, we have Gain, and the Nine of Discs, or Pentacles. In the present and in the future, we have a Knight of Cups. So let's start with the overall heart of the reading, which is right here in the center. We're looking at adjustment and balance over debauched or defiled or corruption. So something is not sitting well, like that feeling in your heart center, almost feeling disgust. And here's balance. There's a lack of balance in your life that's having you hold this feeling of overall disgust. And finding balance is basically the reason why we're here. It's all the energies swirling, masculine, feminine, light and dark, yin and yang. They're all representing the same thing, trying to find balance. So let's look at the beginning of the year here. We have the Fool, which is pretty much everything. So you're thinking about the deep of how the universe works, what the meaning of life is, almost. what is the meaning of your life? This year you've chosen to really dig deep, and you're struggling with people around you. The people around you and or your heart are having a hard toll on your heart in the beginning of the year, and this is manifesting a lot of. They could either be pains or um, inflammation or stress or just a multitude of problems that have manifested in the beginning of the year that you are not afraid of working through, because in the middle of the year you are hard at work with strife. You have the courage to work through these strife. This is a manifesting a struggle. So you're not afraid to put in the work to take care of this this emotion that's making you really uncomfortable and have to make these changes, these adjustments. And through doing that, you manifest gain. So you accomplish. Gain is bringing in some more material, or relationship, or money, or whatever you're passionate about. You find that, or work. You find the great job, gaining something, gaining a new position. So there's movement, and you're manifesting that, and it's all being driven by this uncomfortable feeling in the heart. And in the future, and the end of the year, you are sitting in your mind is sitting in a dominant place. You may be very proud of your accomplishments from what you've completed in the beginning half, first two halves of the year, first two parts of the year, and feeling successful in the heart space. So you've went through dealing with relationship strife in the heart, and to the uncomfortable is not something's not right, something's not sitting right, a little bit of disgust or discomfort in the heart space, to the feeling of success in the heart space at the end of the year, which is just almost feels like completion and satisfaction, but more on the side of accomplishment. And then at the end of the year, I love this card because it reminds me of charging forth with your true self, our emotions, and bringing it towards other people. It's with strength and confidence. This is water. I think this is air of water. Well, the Knight of Cups. Let's look it up to get some keywords on it for you. At the end of the year, manifesting at the end of the year feels like strong personality goals something that you've come through to manifest this at the end of the year. Very powerful. So the instinct of it, sacrificing and renouncing instincts, separate from mother desire to be free from sinful sexual disorders. So you have at the end of the year, you are something about part of yourself is being freed. Maybe you are sexually repressed, and by the end of the year, you're able to break through this purpose, self-salvation by giving up So you're almost by giving in to what you've been fighting, you actually becoming your true self at the end of the year. Intuitive understanding, sympathy, desires to help, cautions, intellectual, and then the shadow side, temptation, deception, instability, auxiliary syndrome, and the qualities. Mm. These are sort of the light and dark qualities, intuitive understanding. Now this is upright, and it's coming right after success in the heart and standing in a dominant feminine position. Feminine means more self-acceptance of what's unknown, than the masculine is more acceptance of what's known. So there's some part of you that may have been unknown, and from this you've moved through it, and now you're reflecting that new part, and it feels like it's a release of old beliefs. Certain beliefs that you had that were holding you back have been let go at the end of the year. I like to look up the I Ching. Oh, this one doesn't have an I Ching. Oh, fortunately. Success would have an I Ching. Let's look up success. The emotional heart. At the end of the year. Success. I Ching. I'm just drawn to look this up for you. So, I Ching for the 42nd hexagram, Yi, growth. And the 5th hexagram, Feng, rich, prosperous. That's how your heart is feeling at the end of the year. Let's look at some reflections between the cards now. So I like to do reflections crosswise with the mirror and how it relates, and then from higher self to lower self, past self to future self. The card in the center is the mirror, and then also past manifest to higher thoughts, and past thoughts to lower manifest, and then do a circle. So the Fool reflecting the Queen. Over strife. Well, having deep thoughts will give you a position of dominance in your mind, and that you can hold on to deep beliefs that will ground you and make you feel well rooted and not easily swayed. And strife is it sort of reminds me of these spikes, right? You're looking out for these sharp hardships that you want to avoid, and now that you have this understanding, you're able to either just pass right on by them or navigate around them, and this strife is what has enabled you to have that ability. And then we have the Prince of Swords to success, and the Prince of Swords mirroring success over debauched. Well, this is a card of masculine, either ruling over other people or other people's concerns trying to rule over you, and you having to decide which concerns you want to take on and which you want to get rid of. And by having these emotions of uncomfortableness and or disgust, you're able to make the choice, and these choices lead you to finding success. And then the mirror of ruin to the Knight of Cups over gain. Um, Gain is always bringing something more into your life, and more always comes from a deeper understanding, more information, becoming wiser. Um, and the ruin, well, the pains of life are what teach us, and then just as you're moving away from these, avoiding these pains, it looks like you may have been hurting yourself with some of your past beliefs, but by letting them go, you're able to um, charge forward with a lot more ease, right? The waves push you forward, so you're sort of going with the flow. And you have wings, you can fly. Um, let's go from the beginning of the year reflection of the knowing everything and feeling the pains. Well, when you choose to, search, um, and think about, ponder the harder questions, you're gonna definitely have. That was my last year, for sure. A lot of pains and growth. Um, so I wonder if this may have been part of it. I never got to do a yearly for Pisces last year. Yeah. But definitely a lot of deep searching and deep thinking about existence of yourself, and testing boundaries or making big changes will create some growing pains, and we have growth in the heart here. And then in the middle of the year, gain to strife while you're working on something. These emotions reflected by balance. So, and this, I like how this card even has a bit of balance in the look of it. There's a quite easy mirror in there, and this balance, or this strife or working towards what you want, is creating gain. Because strife is a struggle. It's not, and this is in the thought, so you're thinking it's not easy. And that belief, with this feeling of, and this motivation of, or this balance. So I should sort of say that again. So this thought line of things are difficult, but I'm working through, I have the strength, and balance. So you're not taking on what you don't want to take on. You're not taking on too much, and you're gaining success because of this uncomfortable or disgust that's moving you away from a certain belief or energy. You're able to create and manifest gain. And I think that balance is a strong card for anything that you're able to balance. You're usually able to balance is like a mirroring too. This card even has more of a mirror, and balance creates, if you're balanced, then what you're feeling on the inside, you're gonna manifest on the outside. And then the final direct mirror over success is standing in the dominant place of acceptance, avoiding, looking out for harsh energies. And here you're almost running in soft energies, and you have success, and it's mirroring success. So it's almost like, because you're aware of what you don't want, you're able to produce what you do want. And I think there's only to travel around the world now. So this dedication, from this mental struggle of feeling or thinking that things are tough, but you have the will to work through them, um, to um, have the awareness to look out for the um, the dangers, or avoid them, the harsh energies, um, brings you success in the areas that you're moving towards, um, and you quickly move towards what you want and manifest it at the end of the year, and that's most likely pushed forward by a gain that you get in the middle of the year, and pains that you've had in the beginning of the year are part of that motivation toward growing pains are part of that motivation towards um, getting what you wanted. And it was uncomfortable and somewhat almost feeling of disgust, um, and it had to do with relationships or balancing energies in your um, life or your reflection, and it all stems from um, pondering a deeper meaning of what you are and what your reflection is, and is your reflection what you want it to be. Thank you very much for joining me. I hope this was helpful. I think I'm going to end this reading here for the Scorpio 2020 yearly overview. Thank you again, angels. Beloved you are, blessed you are. Amen.